Okay, here we are. This thing actually working now? So is this thing actually working now? Hey, there I am. Look at that. I'm not sure what kind of a delay I have. Probably talking to myself. I talk to myself frequently. So, can you guys actually, does it work? It figures I had to go back to the laptop with Windows 7. Because Windows 8 just doesn't seem to do a whole lot of things right. And hope you guys are doing alright. Thank you for tuning in to another Classic Game Room Live. Obviously, if I'm going to be doing more live stuff, we'll need to invest in some better equipment. So, this will get better over time. But what I'm doing today is working on a number of reviews. And in case you're wondering what beverage today, it's water. Even though it says beer. I know, it's like super light beer. But this morning, I filmed the video review portion of the Street Fighter 2 review for Super Nintendo, which I have. Which I have right here. Street Fighter 2 for the Super Nintendo. And what I'm about to do is record the audio track of the Street Fighter 2 review. And then make a completed, polished video review out of it. And I can answer a couple questions. People always have questions, and it's tough to answer the questions if I'm playing a game. But since I'm just, messing around here on the computer, I can answer some questions. So if you have any questions, fire them up. I've got the little screen. I can try to answer a few of those. So this computer is older. I don't know why I can't get widescreen, but I guess we'll have to live in old school Laserdisc 4x3. So I think next time I will be going with the Sega Dreamcast webcam, which is better than that computer. I'm just going to turn you off. I'm mad at you. Piece of shit. Well, this is the recording time, and I've actually, what I got here, I'll show you. I'll turn the camera around for a moment. Try not to spill my water. What I've got here is the editing system. Right there. See the editing system? This is what the videos are being edited on. The review you're actually looking at there is the Japanese Nintendo GameCube review. But I'll go over here to the Street Fighter 2 review. And if we look here, behind the computer is the giant monitor that I'm using for editing this. And about to lay down the narration track for the video. So, questions. What's it like living in space? It's pretty sweet. I like living in space. We have a artificial gravity generator, and outdoor simulation wall 9000. What's my favorite mass market beer? I feel like all beer's mass market these days. I think I'm starting to see everybody jump on the whole craft beer thing. Like, it's been around for years, and since all beer is pretty much readily available, unless they don't distribute it to your state or space, Bear Republic. What's my favorite? Southern Tier does good work. I love Newcastle. It really depends what mood I'm in. Macs are great. Yes, I love my Mac actually. I'm moving all Mac, but Windows 7 is actually really good. I like my. This is an old laptop. This thing has been dropped. It's like 6 years old, and this thing still works. use the Game Boy camera. We have one of those. So, what I'm going to do here, for the review of a game you're probably familiar with, but let's all enjoy the Super Nintendo presentation of one of the greatest arcade games ever. This review has been by Lord Carnage. Vanished from Earth Plastic Game Room broadcasts from the intergalactic space arcade. Never-ending mission to review everything. Welcome to Classic Game Review of a game you're probably familiar with, but let's all enjoy the Super Nintendo presentation of one of the greatest arcade games ever. It's Street Fighter 2 EDF! That's what it looks like. And now I dive into the recording. Testing. And this is always unscripted. I've never used a script in 6-7 years. I've never used a script. 6-7 years doing this. All unscripted. Throw open the recording software settings to pick up the microphone, which I probably should have done beforehand, but I didn't. Now I have. Okay, there I am. Alright. Testing. Level. Yes. Looking good. Is there ever a bad time to shout EDF? Even if it's the wrong game. EDF is always applicable and appropriate, especially when kicking the crap out of enemies in Street Fighter 2, seen here on the Super Nintendo. Now, there's been numerous Street Fighter 2 releases out there, more than I can even think of at the moment. But the Super Nintendo, and this one is the and this one may be the first, and this one, but this one is the standard, but this one is the standard. And since I'm doing three things at once, I forgot to hit record on that one. Is there ever a bad time to shout EDF? Even in the wrong game, it's still applicable. A valiant rally cry for victory here in Street Fighter 2, being played on the Super Nintendo. And this is the basic version of Street Fighter 2. It's not Street Fighter 2 Turbo or Hyper Alpha, Turbo Alpha Hyper Remix, B-Spec version 3, whatever. Just good old Street Fighter 2. Take better anyway. And then I take the audio, which is lurking behind my laptop there, since I'm sort of bunched in for this shot. And drop it into the timeline using Premiere. Use my and yeah, let's see how it looks. I'll turn the camera around. Oh, EDF! Is there ever a bad time to shout EDF? Even in the wrong game, it's still EDF. Even in the wrong game, it's still applicable. A valiant rally cry for victory here in Street Fighter 2, being played on the Super Nintendo. And this is the basic version of Street Fighter 2. It's not Street Fighter 2 Turbo or Hyper Alpha, Turbo Alpha Hyper Remix, B-Spec version 3, whatever. Just good old Street Fighter 2. consoles here. Just good old Street Fighter 2. That is how a review is put together. Let's see, got some more questions here. How many Vectrex consoles do you have on board? I only have one Vectrex. One's all you need. Two would be nice, but I just have one. Let's see what else we got here. Got a little stage fright? Nah. I'm beyond that at this point. I make an ass of myself on the internet every day. Do I need fried chicken to calm my nerves? Fried chicken's always good. Any advice for that guy that suddenly has the dog? If I had to choose between a Vectrex and a television, New Jersey. My thoughts on hatred. I like liking things, not hating things. Earth Defense Force, yes. One of the worst best games ever. No, it's one of the best games ever. Yes, that's right. Back to recording. This is how sausage is made, folks. Thanks, Nick. I'm not sure that this is how sausage is made, but if it was, that'd be pretty neat. Sony Vegas Mark. No, I use Premiere. How many games do I play? Some days I just like play games all day, and then other days I spend editing and reviewing stuff. So, I'm going to get back to some more recording here. Street Fighter 2 Turbo or Hyper Alpha, Turbo Alpha Hyper Remix, B-Spec version 3, whatever. Just good old Street Fighter 2. Testing. Back in the day when arcades Back in the day when arcades were a thing, I played the hell out of Street Fighter 2 and loved it. I wasted countless quarters on this game, but let me be clear, I'm talking about the original Street Fighter 2, not the faster ones, just the old school Street Fighter, which is why I'm actually very partial to this version of Street Fighter on the Super Nintendo, because it's slow and basic, just like me. There we go. That's true, by the way. I grew up playing the old one. Loved it, obviously. 92, 93. There was this bowling alley down the street from me that had Street Fighter 2. My buddies and I would go down there and just take stacks of quarters and play Street Fighter. Good times. And I don't think I had a home console version of it back then. I may have had it for the Sega Genesis, or maybe I rented it. I don't know. I definitely didn't own one. Just good old Street Fighter 2. Back in the day when arcades back in the day when arcades were a thing. Back in the day when arcades were a thing, I played the hell out of Street Fighter 2 and loved it. I wasted countless quarters on this game, but let me be clear, I'm talking about the original Street Fighter 2, not the faster Turbo Hyper Alpha ones. Just the old, not the faster Turbo Hyper, the original Street Fighter 2, not the faster Turbo Hyper Alpha ones. Just the old school Street Fighter, which is why I'm actually very partial to this version of Street Fighter on the Super Nintendo, because it's slow and basic, just like me. I feel like this morning we're all winners. Something like that. Alright, so I'm going to add a little space there for the game. I don't think I have any. Do I get our audio there? So, game a little room to breathe there in between takes. See if I have any other questions here. I've heard about the new Street Fighter coming out. Don't know anything about it. Did I ever get past Vega this morning? No. I've gotten past them before. Or at least I've definitely defeated him when other human beings were playing Vega. Let's see if there's any other questions here. I actually have Carmageddon. I have the Grassy Noel. Thank you. Thank you for offering, but I have them on. Someone sent me them on GOG, and I haven't been able to play them yet. This computer is just the other computer is a piece of crap, and I really need to get like a better computer for some old school games. There's on the door. That's my old Hawaiian shirt. In fact, that's the one you can see in some of the original Classic Game Room reviews. What got you into video games? Well, I grew up a long time ago and started playing games. Is your cap? No, this is the Cisco Brewing cap. I like beer. Let's see. Yes, it is real work. This is actually work. It's work to keep it up. It's hard work to keep up at this pace. It is fun, but yeah, it's work. Let's see what else we got. Would you consider Edit Station 1 is like way on the other end of the building right now. Do I miss the arcade scene? Yes, I really miss the arcade scene. In fact, that's why I wanted to basically build my own arcade here, so I could have, you know, a little piece of the arcade scene, even if it's not full of like people and smoke and stuff. I invite friends over and we play some games, and you know, during the weekends try to play a couple of games. But yeah, I love the arcade scene, and actually I'm glad to see it's coming back in the form of like bars. Like Barcade is awesome. How do I get a CRT TV to look good? Because it's a great CRT television. It's a good one. Red Faction, yes. However, I haven't played Red Faction in a while, but I love that game. Have I been to the bar? I haven't been to the one in Portland. No, I've been to the barcades in Philadelphia and Brooklyn. Let's see. How much square footage do we have? We have a lot. It's not a warehouse. It's a space station. Please be clear on this. It's a space station. How many laser discs do you own? Well, here's the thing about the laser discs. I have like 3 of them I actually wanted, and I bought the Star Wars set, and it just came with like a whole stack of laser discs. So I don't even, maybe 40, but I only care about like 4 of them. The Akira one because it has the original dub. John Woo's The Killer, or one of the, yeah, I think it's. I have a couple John Woo films I couldn't get good DVDs of, but now someone sent me the Star Wars Deconstructed or whatever it's called, Despecialized, and that pretty much has been covered on Star Wars. Favorite Dreamcast game? Oh, I don't know. I like a lot of Dreamcast games. It's a good question. I do like Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem's awesome. I'm going to go back to recording here. I feel like this morning with all winners. Something like that. Yes, there's fancier versions of Street Fighter 2 out there, but I gotta give this one credit for looking and sounding great. In fact, this video doesn't even do it justice. If you play this thing in a big open room in stereo, it's great. Amazing sound, good music. Amazing sound, good music, and as you can see on screen, it looks really good too. See if that fits. Alright. Yes, there's fancier versions of Street Fighter 2 out there, but I gotta give this one credit for looking and sounding great. In fact, it doesn't even do it justice. If you play this thing in a big open room in stereo, it's amazing. Great. Amazing sound, good music. This thing in a big open room in stereo, it's amazing. So. Street Fighter 2! In stereo, it's amazing. Doing it. Hold on. I put down the video segments earlier. Street Fighter 2 is fighting games are fairly easy to edit because, I just pick some good fights or good scenes from fights and just put them all together and then record over it. Other games are a lot more challenging, but I'm familiar with Street Fighter 2 as well, which of course is nice. So here we go. Let's turn it right. Here's the other Street Fighter 2 I used in the video to test the differences between Turbo. Here's a look at Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting, so that you can spot the differences, as you might expect. The Turbo version is faster, and there's more characters, but you can also play at normal speed. So, should you run out and buy the old one? Well, I don't know. I don't think so. Should you run out and buy the old one? Well, the Street Fighter 2 Turbo will do the same job and also give you Turbo. I would say buy whichever one is cheapest, is cleanest, and least expensive. You could say the same thing about cars. Alright, let's drop that in there. Here, I'll turn the camera towards the screen. Here's a look at Street Fighter 2. Here's a look at Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting, so that you can, as you might expect. The Turbo version is faster, and there's more characters. But guess what? This one is cheaper and has slightly different artwork on the game cartridge. Which one should you buy? Whichever one you find first, I guess. Whichever one is cleaner and cheaper. Whichever one is cheaper. Whichever one's cleaner and ugh. Won't use that take either. Oh, there's plenty of outtakes. But I don't save them, because usually they're pretty stupid. And yeah, so I'll keep this video relatively short. I'll do some more Q&A over here too. Version is faster, and there's more characters. But guess what? This one is cheaper and has slightly on the game cartridge. Which one should you buy? Whichever one you find first, I guess. Whichever one is cleaner and cheaper. Whichever one is first, I guess. Alright, now I'm showing some direct feed gameplay up there on screen. Let's answer some more questions here. Behind a classic game room being made, this is correct for you newcomers to the stream. I'm recording the audio track for Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo. The original Street Fighter 2, not the... This is the original one. This is the Turbo one. I reviewed the Turbo one years ago, but the original one I have not reviewed yet. That's what I'm doing now. Alright, I do have an NES. How come there are so few videos with Stella? There's no good answer for that. She's getting older, but she's still crazy. Should do some more videos with Stella. Alright, what else we got here? Featuring Jaromir Jagr. New Jersey. I can say New Jersey. I can't do the reverb though without a delay effect. What kind of PC do I own? Well, I'm using a Mac here, but this is a Sony PC. Is it expensive to run the space station? Expensive to launch things into space and keep them functioning. Also, from time to time, I have to come down to Earth. Favorite Wii U game? Oh, I don't know. Mario Kart 8 was pretty good. Have I played the Sega arcade game Motor Raid? I don't know. That doesn't sound familiar. Favorite game of 2014? Well, then I'd be giving away my Game of the Year award. I can't tell you that. Maybe it's Shenmue. Let's see. What else we got here? Bought the Star Wars box set twice, huh? Just in case you wanted to watch it more than once. I have duplicates of the Star Wars Laserdiscs also. Let's see. I like to summon the power of New Jersey. New Jersey. What kind of bandwidth do I have? Hopefully good bandwidth. Why isn't there a Truxton Championship Edition? Well, that's a great question that I don't have the answer. I have to contact Toaplan, I guess. Maybe they can make another one. So, Motor Raid is like Akira and Road Rash together. Oh, wow. Yeah, I should play that. Shenmue 3 is confirmed on the Sega 32X only, though. Well, I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Thank you. Thank you. I do wear hats because my hair is just a shaggy mess right now. I'm overdue for a haircut, see? It's like all over the place. Woo! So I'll wear the hat. That way I can also hide my... Yeah, it's not likely I'm getting the Star Wars arcade anytime. That is a good game. And I'll end this here in 5 more minutes, but I'm going to do one more little batch of recording. Got to figure out what I want to say next. I don't think I could do this if it was a more complicated review. Trying to split my time between a few things, and normally I just make these reviews up on the fly, but you know, I've got a pretty good idea. Like the Street Fighter, Street Fighter on Super Nintendo is excellent. So I mean, I really don't have to say much more than that. Costs like $1, and it's good. You might expect the turbo version is faster, and there's more refined first, I guess. Here's some direct feed, me getting my ass kicked as Ken. The sad fact is there's only one Street Fighter character I've ever been able to play, and that's Chun-Li. I've talked myself into a corner. Getting my ass kicked as Ken, there's only one Street Fighter character I've ever been able to use, and that's Chun-Li. I just jump around the screen and try to kick people. It infuriated other human beings in the arcades back in the day when I would play against other people. Now the computer is a little more. Now the computer can be a little more challenging. I'm not that good at Street Fighter 2. I'm not that good at video games. In fact, I'm barely competent at life in general. But I do enjoy playing it, and I highly recommend the Super Nintendo version. I think that one's a keeper. Alright, let's drop it in. Alright. Here's some direct feed, me getting my ass kicked as Ken. Alright, I'll put the screen so you can this video will be up like tonight, so you'll be able to see the finished results. Fighter 2 character I've never been able to use, and that's Chun-Li. I just jump around the screen and try to kick people. It infuriated other human beings in the arcades back in the day when I would play against other people. Now the computer's a little more... There's only one Fighter 2 character I've ever been able to use, and that's Chun-Li. I just... See? Gotta line up what I'm saying with the video. And there's only one Street Fighter 2 character I've ever been able to use, and that's Chun-Li. I just jump around the screen and try to kick people. It infuriated other human beings in the arcades back in the day when I would play against other people. When I would play against... people in the same room. It sounds like some kind of future thing, but it's not. This is what happened 20 years ago in the arcade. You would play against other people, and you could, like, look at them when they were pissed off at you. It infuriated other human beings in the arcades back in the day when I would play against people in the same room. It sounds like some kind of future thing, but it's not. This is what happened 20 years ago in the arcades. You would play against other people. You could, like, look at them when they were pissed off at you. And taunt them. And I remember very well playing it and taunt them and push and taunt them and you know, punch your friends and push them out of the way and stuff. Good times. Things you can't do on the internets and over online multiplayer. Gotta throw that in. Gotta throw that in. Yes. Yes. Let's do it. People could, like, look at them when they were pissed off at you and taunt them. And I remember very well playing it. And taunt them and push them and taunt them. And over online multiplayer. Play against other people, and you could, like, look at them when they were pissed off at you and taunt them and you know, punch your friends and push them out of the way and stuff. Good times. Things you can't do on the internets and over online multiplayer. God damn it. Screw you, Vega. EDF! 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 The rally call will bring the rally cry of victory. The rally call of victory will bring win. Magic horse! Magic horse! Die! You're ruining my review and I'm pissed off on you. Magic horse! Stop out the way. Woo! Now the computer's a little more done. I clearly remember playing this one kid back in the arcades who used Vega. And he tried to hustle me. He pretended to be all like, "Oh, I don't know how to play Street Fighter 2. Can you help me?" And then he just kicked my ass. So it seems fitting that I can't even get through Vega in this game. So it's like rubbing salt in the wound that I can't even get through Vega in this game. He's such a dick. He's cheap. Vega. Let's see, I'll move that over there. So that's anyway. I'm gonna wrap this up here. I'll answer a few more questions. Did I cry? When Volition. Did I cry when Volition canceled the Red Faction series? Well, you know, I liked most of the Red Faction games, even the one which was like GTA. But nothing really captured the brilliance of that first one, Red Faction on PlayStation 2. The second one was pretty good. I saw something behind me. Nope, it's just the foot pedals. Or Steel Battalion, but you're still here. I was thinking about streaming some Steel Battalion one of these days. I still like to play this game. Let's see what else we got here. Vega, yeah, Vega's impossible. I just can't beat Vega with Chun-Li. Chun-Li has like no good attacks above her. So when you get someone that can play Vega, you're pretty much screwed. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying the show. Thank you. What do I think? Version of Street Fighter 2? If I remember correctly, it's been a long time since I played it. The Super Nintendo one is better. I think. I'm right about that, right? I think the Super Nintendo one's great. Of course, it pains me to say that. Magic Horse. I did not beat Vega yet today. I don't feel like I need to beat Vega to review Street Fighter 2. I'm pretty sure I know how to play this game. Do I ever do interviews? I haven't done any interviews, I think, with YouTubers. I just did a blog, or not blog, a podcast with blank all of a sudden. Check my Twitter feed. It's a retro site in the UK, which was really good. That was fun. We talked a bit about the ZX Spectrum. Am I going to be doing this kind of thing more often? I don't know. It depends if anyone likes it. You guys enjoying it? Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just doing what I would normally be doing anyway, except I'm rambling more. Do you want to see some more of the editing, or I can stop here? Well, you can watch some more editing. If you want to leave, feel free. I won't be offended. Much. Let's open the window up a bit here. I don't need to see the video. It's just the audio I'm interested in. Used Vega. He tried to hustle me. He pretended to be all like, "Oh, I don't know how to play Street Fighter 2. Can you help me?" And then he just kicked my ass. So it's like rubbing salt in the wound that I can't even get through Vega in this game. He's such a dick. Yes, good timing. You see, I like to record in batches. And just see where I can line stuff up with timing. So that was perfect. That was good. Sometimes they don't work out that. That one did. I've still got that shot of Blanca I'm going to drop in right there. I could kind of play Blanca because he was like tough and he really only needed moves, you know. I was still to this day. I mean, I'm awful at pulling off fighting game special moves, which means I can't play Mortal Kombat at all. Terrible Mortal Kombat. I've got a hard time with the King of Fighters games because you really should know your combos, your combos and special moves. He tried to hustle me. He pretended to be all like, "Oh, I don't know how to play Street Fighter 2. Can you help me?" And then he just kicked my ass. So it's like rubbing salt in the wound that I can't even get through Vega in this game. He's such a dick. That's the throw the controller like you, but reel it back in move. And then I drop the controller. So you get to see the shout out part. Or video clip to film, but I'll do that later. Street Fighter 2. There's lots of versions to choose from. If you're collecting for the Super Nintendo, damn it, you should own this game. And it won't cost you much. It's tons of fun to play, and it even has 2-player on the couch multiplayer, which for you kids is this thing where you like invite another person over. Sometimes they're called friends, and the couch, which is like this kind of like a chair, but it's longer, and you both have, and you play the game and you yell at each other, and it's great. Now I'm being a dick, but that won't stop me from giving a Classic Game Room shout out and thank you to Eric from Dallas, Texas. Thank you once again, Eric, who shot JR Vega, that asshole. There's like 4 people who are going to get that. Certainly nobody under like 35. Fighter 2. There's lots of versions to choose from. If you're collecting for the Super Nintendo, damn it, you should own this. That was cheap. 2. There's lots of versions to choose from. If you're collecting Street Fighter. Go back and watch again. Should be wrapping this up here. I think I'm, oh yeah, this'll be it. That'll be the end. I may have to extend one more. We'll get it. That was cheap. Street Fighter. That was cheap. Street Fighter 2. There's lots of versions to choose from. If you're collecting for the Super Nintendo, damn it, you should own this game. And it won't cost you much. It's tons of fun to play, and it even player on the multiplayer, which for you kids, is multiplayer, which for you kids is this thing where you like invite another person over. Sometimes they're called friends, and like you sit on the couch, which is like this kind of like a chair, but it's longer, and you both have controllers, and you play the game and you yell at each other, and it's great. Now I'm being a dick. Now I'm being a dick. But that won't stop me from giving a classic game room shout out and thank you to Eric from Dallas, Texas. Thank you once again, Eric. Who shot JR? Vega. The game room shout out and thank you to Eric from Dallas, Texas. Thank you once again, Eric. Who shot JR? Vega. Good ending. I like that one. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go grab one or two more clips of video. Then I'm done. That's a classic game room review. Now that one was a pretty, I don't want to say easy, but I'm very familiar with Street Fighter 2, so it's not a hard game to review. And like I said earlier, the Super Nintendo version of Street Fighter 2 is excellent, so it's, you know, not a whole lot to say other than it's like $1 or $2, go buy Street Fighter 2. You'll have a good time. It's a great game. No, I've actually got another review or two on here I'm working on next. You want a sneak peek? Here, you answer if you want a sneak peek. You can say no. Let's see what the next one is. But why don't I grow a mustache? Because I can't grow a good mustache. I can grow like a good 5 o'clock shadow, and then it just gets annoying, and I shave it. You just discovered my channel. Good. How did you discover it? I'd love to know that. Actually, I like to know how people find it these days. Does Far Cry 4 have couch mode? I have to admit failure and not learn. No, I don't think so. Does it? Why am I watching this? Why not? Because you have nothing better to do. Couch mode is coming back? I hope so. You're 29 and you know couch mode. You know the classics. Let's see what else we got here. The software, my Adobe Premiere. Walk into my knife. That was from the Super Spy review. That's on the DVD coming out. The Stab Machine. New Mortal Kombat. I'm terrible at Mortal Kombat. I don't think Street Fighter 2 was on the Vectrex. Hate the show, Lord Carnage. Didn't watch old videos for 6 hours every night while cleaning my new PS3. Definitely didn't. Well, you should have done that. Or is that sarcasm? Ever gonna review the N-Gage? I think someone sent us one. We got so much stuff in. Like this, you guys are amazing. I get so much stuff sent in here. I'm like weeks behind. Oh, that reminds me. I was gonna show everybody a surprise. You want to see a surprise? You'll love this. A couple surprises in here, actually. This came from Norway. That's but wait, it gets even better. Because you see what this is? You know what game system plays these? That. The Sega SG-1000. Which I have not reviewed yet, obviously, since I'm just taking it out of the box, but I'm going to. Sega My Card. And there's still more over here. I've also got a ZX Spectrum to review. I may actually get that out before the end of the year. And stuff like this. Scroll down here. Got a gauntlet bag. Who doesn't, need a bag with gauntlet? See what's in there, actually. A gauntlet T-shirt. I can tell you right now that's going to be too small for me, so. Well, maybe not. Well, I'm not going to stop drinking to lose weight, so. I like beer, I like hot dogs, I like pizza. Just the way it is. Let's see what we got here. Some sweet-ass headphones. So, just to look at some of the some of the other stuff to be reviewed here coming up on Classic Gamer. Well, I was going to show you that video, then I'll let you go. Then I video I'm working on, so you can actually watch the Street Fighter review tonight. Let's see, what's it? Did that game have a guy that said BJ on his shirt? Hopefully. It should have. Yeah, the SG-1000 is going to be pretty sweet. No, I never had the SG-1000 before. That was one of the... I can only think of like 2 game systems. I don't have a Bally Astrocade yet. I really could use a PAL Dreamcast, but I know that there's ways to like make a regular Dreamcast to play PAL. I just haven't been able to figure that out yet. We may have a Nokia N-Gage. I'm not sure. I don't even know if I have one. I think I might. Like a big like spreadsheet with all this. Well, I'm actually getting reviewing since the film is done now. I'm getting back to full speed reviewing, and this I'll show you a clip here. This was on the shelf for a while, and now it's getting a review finally after many months. I'll show you what it is. Got a sweet box, and contained within is the Japanese Nintendo. GameCube has region encoding, and this one plays Japanese games. But it looks exactly like my other Nintendo GameCube. How am I supposed to tell the difference between this and my standard US GameCube? Well, we'll put some stickers on there. This game is wholly equipped for performance. Because nothing says Japanese GameCube like Holly Performance parts. Well, I'm going to go wrap up the Street Fighter 2 review. You will be able to watch that tonight, and of course, thank you very much for watching. And since people seem to enjoy these, and they're fun to do, we'll do some more live shows, and hopefully get some new equipment here, and try to post stuff in advance so you know when they're going to be live. All right. I will attempt to do that. I will work harder. I'm not good at that. Scheduling is not my strong suit. There's like 3 people that have to manage my life for me because I can't do it. All right. Let's see here. Last couple questions. Mark, is Zelda Ocarina of Time still the best game ever? No. Truxton is better than Zelda Ocarina of Time, and so is Cosmic Carnage. It's true. Science. All right. Tastatron 3000 is in a drawer somewhere. I have that still. I should pull it out soon. HyperX Cloud. Oh, HyperX Cloud is excellent. That's true. Why does Sega not make a Dreamcast 2? Because they lost a lot of money in the Dreamcast 1, apparently. Bimmy, Jimmy. Hello, Rick. Hello, Rigus. Mayfom. Was there an R in there? Nope, Mayfom. You're watching, thank you. What mic is that? This one here? Not the best mic in the world. Neumann U87, right? Yep. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna record audio, you need good stuff. And all right, well, I'm gonna run. So I guess we'll do more of these and try to give you some more advance notice. Thank you again for watching. I don't have anything else here in front of me to show you at the moment. I did bring the SG-1000. Isn't that cool? the games look neat too. So, looking forward to that. Alright, see you soon. Thanks again for watching, and the Street Fighter 2 review will be up tonight. And how do I stop this thing? Wait, oh, here we go. That live control room. There it is, live control room. I'll probably forget to turn it off, and you'll see me like talking to myself, which I do frequently. Stop streaming. All right, well, thanks, guys and gals. See you later. Have a good night or day, depending on where you are.